Have you ever felt that someone's attention lingers on you just a little longer than usual? Or maybe a smile that feels more meaningful than just a friendly gesture? Today, we're uncovering the secret signals women give, tiny little hints that scream, I like you. And trust me, if you've been wondering whether she's just being nice or actually into you, this video might just answer all your questions. One of the most beautiful ways a woman shows she likes you is through the kind of attention that doesn't scream for notice, but quietly lingers in the little details of your life. It's in the way she remembers the smallest things about you, things you probably don't even think anyone is paying attention to. Maybe you once mentioned that you love a particular song that reminds you of your childhood, and the next time she sees it playing somewhere, she sends it to you with no reason at all, just a smile behind the message. Or perhaps you joked once about how you can't start your day without a certain type of coffee, and the very next morning she asks if you had your cup, or maybe even surprises you with it. This is not just casual politeness. This is her mind weaving you into her thoughts, noticing your quirks, preferences, and patterns in a way that shows she genuinely cares. It's subtle, but it's powerful because it communicates a level of attentiveness that most people reserve only for those they truly value. The attention she gives isn't limited to tangible things. It's also about how she tunes into your emotions. When you're having a bad day, she doesn't just ask, are you okay? In passing. She remembers how you described the incident that upset you, the tone of your voice, the little sighs or gestures that you might think went unnoticed. She notices when you're quieter than usual, when a joke that normally makes you laugh falls flat, or when your smile seems forced, and instead of ignoring it, she finds subtle ways to reach out. Maybe a message asking if you want to talk, or a casual invitation to do something that might cheer you up. It's the quiet observation, the emotional radar, that makes her attention so different from everyday friendliness. It's intentional without being overwhelming, and it's a language she speaks fluently without needing words. Her subtle attention also manifests in the way she interacts with you socially. In group settings, she might glance at you more often than others, or she laughs a little louder at your jokes, not out of exaggeration, but because she's truly tuned in to the way you express yourself. She remembers little facts you mentioned in passing, bringing them up at the right moment to make you feel seen. It could be as simple as noticing that you like a particular dessert at a restaurant, or recalling a story about your favorite childhood memory, and she somehow finds a way to incorporate that knowledge naturally into conversation. This kind of attention is so gentle that it might go unnoticed by anyone else. But if you pay close attention, it's almost like she's sending invisible signals that she values not just your presence, but the intricacies of who you are. One of the most charming signs that a woman likes you is the way she teases you, lightly, cleverly, and often in ways that make you smile without even realizing she's doing it. Playful teasing is not meant to embarrass or hurt. It's a subtle dance, a language of affection that she uses to show she feels comfortable around you and wants to create a connection. It's in those small jokes she makes about your quirks, the way she exaggerates a story you told, or the gentle ribbing that somehow always seems to catch you off guard. It might seem insignificant at first, just a teasing comment about how you always take forever to reply to messages or how you have a weird obsession with a particular hobby. But if you notice the pattern, it becomes clear that there's more behind her words than casual banter. Each tease carries a soft, unspoken message. She's paying attention, she enjoys your presence, and she wants to be part of your world. Playful teasing often works as a bridge between friendship and something deeper because it allows her to express interest without laying all her emotions on the table at once. There's a certain thrill in how she balances it. She teases you, but never cruelly. She makes you laugh, yet she watches your reaction closely, gauging how you respond. It's almost like a conversation without direct words, where every smirk, smile, or roll of the eyes becomes part of the exchange. She'll poke fun at the things you consider mundane or ordinary, knowing that your reaction will reveal a little more about how comfortable you are with her. And in turn, you start noticing that your own teasing comes back in equal measure, creating this playful rhythm between you two that's intimate, electric, and entirely unique. What makes this teasing even more significant is the way it's tailored specifically to you. It's never generic or random. She knows exactly what will get a reaction, what will make you laugh, and what will spark a playful argument. For instance, she might gently call you out for taking things too seriously, or she might mimic a funny habit you have just to see you chuckle. It's personal, it's attentive, and it's her way of showing that she's invested in the details of who you are. She's paying attention not only to your words, but to your expressions, your timing, and your reactions, crafting her teasing like a conversation that only the two of you can fully understand. This attention to detail is part of what makes her playful, teasing such a clear sign of affection. It's thoughtful, intentional, and undeniably connected to the way she feels about you. Beyond the laughs and the smiles, playful teasing also allows her to test boundaries in a safe way. Through her jokes, she observes how you respond, whether you're comfortable being vulnerable or how open you are to emotional closeness. It's a subtle yet clever method of building intimacy. She's creating little moments of connection, shared humor, and mutual understanding. And the beauty of it is that it feels effortless. She's not trying too hard, but the impact of her teasing lingers in your mind, making ordinary conversations feel special, memorable, and entirely different from any interactions you have with anyone else. One of the clearest signs that a woman likes you is the way she finds reasons, big or small, to communicate with you. It isn't just about texting you occasionally or responding when you reach out. It's about her making an effort to reach out first, consistently and thoughtfully. She might send a simple good morning message that feels casual but actually shows she's thinking of you at the very start of her day. Or she might forward a meme, an article, or a video she thinks you'd enjoy, not because she needs something from you, but because she wants to create a shared moment, a small connection that makes her presence felt in your day. Every time she reaches out, it's a subtle reminder that you occupy her thoughts, that she wants to be part of your life, and that your conversations matter to her beyond just passing the time. What makes this sign so revealing is the consistency and intention behind it. She doesn't communicate out of obligation or politeness. She communicates because she wants to. Even when her day is busy, even when she has countless things demanding her attention, she still finds a moment to check in with you. It could be as simple as asking about a project you mentioned or following up on a story you shared. She remembers your previous conversations and brings them up naturally, creating continuity in your dialogue that shows she values what you say and enjoys interacting with you. This kind of attentiveness in communication is rare, and it's a quiet, undeniable way of saying, I like you and I care about you enough to make time for you. Initiating communication also reveals her interest in understanding you on a deeper level. She asks questions not just out of curiosity, but because she genuinely wants to know about your experiences, your thoughts, and your feelings. She notices what excites you, what frustrates you, what makes you laugh, and she comes back to those topics, keeping the conversation alive and engaging. She might text you about something she knows you love, ask your opinion on a topic you're passionate about, or even just share something small that reminded her of you. Each message is intentional, each interaction a thread weaving you into her day, into her mind, and into her world. Another important aspect is the timing and creativity behind her communication. She doesn't just reach out at convenient or predictable moments. She finds ways to catch you off guard in the most delightful ways. A random voice note, a playful gif, or even a quick call when she knows you might need a pick me up. All of these gestures show that she's not only thinking about you, but also carefully considering how to brighten your day or make you feel noticed. By initiating contact in these thoughtful ways, she's signaling that your presence matters, that your happiness matters, and that her feelings for you go beyond superficial attraction. Her desire to communicate first also shows confidence and a willingness to be vulnerable, which is itself a huge indicator of interest. It's one thing to respond politely when someone reaches out, but it's entirely different to take the initiative, to put yourself out there even a little, to start a conversation, knowing you might not get the reaction you hope for. That courage, paired with the joy she shows in talking to you, paints a picture of a woman who is not only intrigued by you, but genuinely invested in building a connection, and who sees communication as a way to bridge emotional closeness. One of the most powerful ways a woman shows she likes you isn't through words, it's through her body. Body language can be subtle, almost imperceptible, but it carries a depth of emotion and attraction that words often fail to capture. When a woman likes you, her gestures, expressions, and movements unconsciously reflect her feelings, creating a silent language that speaks directly to your heart. It might be in the way she leans slightly toward you during a conversation, narrowing the physical space between you without even realizing it. That closeness isn't accidental. It's a subconscious desire to feel connected, to share the same space, and to bridge the gap between you two. Her posture, her orientation, and even the way her feet or shoulders angle toward you are all clues that she's engaged, interested, and attuned to your presence. Eye contact is perhaps one of the clearest body language signals of attraction. When a woman likes you, she will often look into your eyes longer than necessary, holding your gaze with warmth and curiosity. There's a softness in her eyes, a sparkle that betrays her genuine interest, and sometimes a playful glimmer that shows she's teasing or enjoying the moment with you. It isn't just the duration of the gaze, but the way she glances at you when she thinks you're not noticing. Quick, repeated looks that indicate she's thinking about you even when you're not directly engaging. Along with eye contact, smiles are another revealing sign. A genuine smile is never forced. It reaches her eyes, lights up her face, and often appears spontaneously when you least expect it. These subtle smiles are more than polite gestures. They are her way of expressing warmth, comfort, and attraction without needing to say a word. Touch is another aspect of body language that becomes more frequent when a woman likes you. This doesn't mean overt or uncomfortable gestures. Rather, it manifests as light, casual touches that feel natural. Tapping your arm during a laugh, brushing against your shoulder, or adjusting something in a way that brings her hand near yours. These moments of contact are deliberate in their unconsciousness. They are ways for her to create a sense of intimacy, to bridge emotional and physical space without overstepping boundaries. Even small mirroring gestures, where she subtly mimics your posture, movements, or speech patterns, are unconscious signals of comfort and connection. This mirroring is a psychological phenomenon that happens when someone feels aligned with you, signaling that she enjoys your presence and wants to be in sync with you. Other body language signals are expressed in subtle but telling ways during social interactions. She might angle her body toward you when in a group, subtly moving to be closer or ensuring she's within your line of sight. She may play with her hair, touch her face, or shift her posture when you're around, gestures that reveal nervous excitement or conscious effort to appear engaging. Even the tone and pace of her voice change when speaking to you. It often softens, becomes warmer, or carries a playful lilt. All of these movements and expressions combine into a silent symphony of attraction, a nonverbal conversation that reveals her feelings far more clearly than words ever could. When a woman likes you, one of the most unmistakable signs is the way she shows care, not in grand, dramatic gestures, but in the small, thoughtful actions that reveal how much she notices and values you. Acts of care are subtle, quiet, and deeply personal, and they often go unnoticed by those who are not paying attention. She might remember a story you told months ago about how stressed you were during a work project and send a simple message checking in on you, or she might bring you a snack she knows you love after noticing you skipped lunch. These gestures may seem ordinary on the surface, but they are profound indicators of affection because they show that she's keeping track of the details of your life and making an effort to make it a little better. Caring in this sense is her way of creating comfort, of signaling that she wants to be there for you in ways that matter. Acts of care extend beyond physical gestures to emotional attentiveness. She notices when your mood shifts, even when you try to hide it, and she responds in ways that are nurturing rather than intrusive. If you're feeling overwhelmed, she may send words of encouragement or suggest a small way to lighten your load. She doesn't ask for recognition for these actions. She doesn't perform them for attention. Instead, they are instinctive extensions of her affection for you, small offerings of thoughtfulness that reveal her emotional investment. When she listens to you attentively, remembers details from your past conversations, or checks in on how you're feeling without being prompted, it's her silent way of showing that your well-being matters to her, that she sees you beyond the surface and genuinely cares about the inner workings of your life. The consistency of her care is also important. She doesn't show concern once and disappear. She finds ways repeatedly to demonstrate her thoughtfulness. Whether it's sending a quick, "Are you okay?" message during a stressful day, or noticing when you need a laugh and sharing a funny video, her actions form a pattern of attentiveness that builds trust and emotional intimacy. She remembers your preferences, habits, and comfort zones, and she tailors her gestures to align with them. If you're feeling sick, she may offer to bring medicine or check in to see if you're resting properly. If you mention being nervous about something, she reassures you or offers help in small ways. These acts of care are tangible expressions of her feelings, creating a safe, nurturing space around you that shows she's invested in your happiness and comfort. Caring actions also extend to practical support in daily life. She might help you with tasks, offer guidance when you're unsure, or simply be present when you need someone to lean on. She notices your struggles and attempts to ease them, not out of obligation, but because she wants to make your life easier, more pleasant, and less stressful. It's not always about doing something monumental. It's in the thoughtfulness behind the gestures, in the effort she makes to notice, remember, and act in ways that demonstrate genuine concern. These little signs accumulate over time, forming a clear message that she is emotionally tuned into you, attentive to your needs, and willing to show her affection in ways that speak louder than words ever could. One of the most telling, yet often overlooked signs that a woman likes you is the way she displays subtle jealousy or protectiveness. This isn't about overbearing behavior or controlling tendencies. It's a quiet, instinctive response that shows she values you more than she might openly admit. When she notices someone else showing interest in you, or even sees you paying attention to someone else, there's often a flicker of concern, a slight tension in her expressions, or a change in her tone. These moments are not dramatic or accusatory. They're soft, almost imperceptible signals of emotional investment. The way she reacts reveals how much she cares about your presence in her life and how deeply she wants to feel secure in the connection she has with you. It's a subtle mix of vulnerability and attachment that she communicates without even realizing it. Jealousy or protectiveness often shows itself in nuanced behaviors rather than words. She might ask questions about your interactions with others, not in a confrontational way, but in a tone filled with curiosity or quiet concern. She notices the way you talk about people, the friends you spend time with, or the attention others give you, and she processes it internally, sometimes giving you small hints about how she feels. Her body language may change slightly, with a slight furrow of her brow, a lingering gaze, or a pause before she responds. These are not signs of insecurity. They are subconscious ways of showing that she's emotionally invested and wants to understand her place in your life. When someone likes you, every small detail about your attention, your words, and your interactions becomes meaningful to her, and her reactions, careful, subtle, and measured, reflect the depth of her feelings. Protectiveness is another layer of this sign, and it often appears when she senses that you're facing challenges, stress, or discomfort. She becomes attentive in ways that are nurturing and supportive, always looking for ways to make your life easier or safer. This might be as simple as offering advice, checking in on you when she knows you're going through a tough day, or subtly warning you about potential problems. It's a quiet vigilance, an instinctive desire to shield you from unnecessary difficulties, and it stems from genuine care and emotional attachment. The moments when she shows protectiveness are revealing because they demonstrate a willingness to go beyond casual interest, to step into your world and be concerned about your well-being in a way that only someone who truly cares would be. Jealousy or protectiveness also serves as a subtle way for her to gauge your feelings toward her. Through these reactions, she can measure how much you value her presence and whether your attention aligns with her expectations. It's not about controlling your actions or creating tension. It's about emotional connection and understanding the dynamic between you two. When she exhibits these signs, she is essentially expressing her investment in the relationship, her desire for closeness, and her hope that her feelings are recognized and reciprocated. These emotions, though quietly displayed, are incredibly revealing because they are a window into how deeply she cares, how much she values her bond with you, and how naturally her affection manifests in her instincts and behaviors. When it comes to matters of the heart, women rarely lay their feelings on the table all at once. Instead, they leave tiny breadcrumbs, subtle signs, gentle gestures, and quiet moments of connection that speak louder than words ever could. From the way she pays attention to the smallest details of your life to the playful teasing that makes your conversations feel alive, from initiating communication to showing care in ways both big and small, each action is a reflection of how deeply she values you. Her body language, the soft signals of protectiveness, the way she mirrors your gestures, and even the compliments she gives all weave together a story that only someone paying close attention can read. These signs are not about grand declarations or obvious displays. They are about presence, attentiveness, and emotional investment. They reveal a woman who enjoys your company, thinks about you even when you're apart, and wants to be part of your life in meaningful ways. Recognizing these cues is about more than just figuring out if someone likes you. It's about understanding the depth of connection, the subtle language of affection, and the quiet ways love and interest are expressed. If you take the time to notice, to appreciate, and to reciprocate, these small gestures can grow into something profound, forming a bond built on attentiveness, understanding, and shared emotions.